Hello and welcome to our next poem for the CAPS Grade 12, Examen Lokaal. I was just sitting down and Melissa photo or video bombed me. She's the brain behind everything I do. I just do this stuff, and then she makes the money and feeds me and looks after me. So she's gonna hop in a warm shower. But let's start with the poem.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, remember my coffee? Yes, I'm pushing it. All right, but anyway, let's look at Examen Lokaal, and as usual, I have prepared some lovely notes for you. Okay, I just want to see that they all fit into the video here. Yeah, sort of. There we go. And it's a poem by Suzanne Lying. Okay, and she wrote this when she was still at school. A while ago. Okay, this is not a recent poem as far as I can tell, and it's a very simple poem. But you know what happens sometimes with simple poems is that they try and compensate with the questions, and sometimes the questions are hard. So let's just cover our bases and make sure that everything here is sorted out. So it's not difficult, right? But let's run through it. So Examen Lokaal. Let's look at Afrikaans and then the English. Before we go on, remember that my books are on Takealot, okay, from grade 4 until matric. If you don't have these books, then you're making Afrikaans way too hard for yourself. Do me a massive favor, please post the link to this video in your WhatsApp status, or the Takealot link in your WhatsApp status, or just send it to friends and family that you think may benefit, and then that will also help me just survive and make a living. It will really help. Cool. Examen Lokaal. Here's the translation that I did with ChatGPT, and then made my own adjustments to it as well. Haar skoene klik hard op die houtvloer. Her shoes click loudly on the wooden floor. Soos sy op en af stap tussen rye stil banke, as she steps up and down between rows of deathly silent desks. Okay, so this is an exam venue. It's that nervous, cold exam atmosphere with the rows of desks. It's universal. It looks the same everywhere, doesn't it? Okay. Line 4. Nou en dan kraak die blaai van 'n blad. Now and then the turning of a page cracks. Die September examenlig, all one word, full stop, through the September examination air. Hande bewe met rukke oor skoon wit velle. Hands tremble with jerks over clean white sheets of paper. Los 'n ink warboel agter, leaving behind a scribble or a mess of ink. Then line 8 stands by itself. Okay, die horlosie tel 2 ure af. The clock counts down 2 hours. Sy stap stadig en oes die stelle een vir een. She walks slowly and she harvests the papers. She's collecting the papers now. The exam time is over. Blou op wit. Blue ink on white paper. Ryp met gistermiddag se kennis. Ripe with yesterday afternoon's knowledge. Okay, so fairly basic, fairly easy to understand, isn't it? So I took some notes for you, and just, you know, my approach is always, what could they possibly ask you? And if you go with that approach, I feel that that's the best approach with a first additional language, is what's going to actually ask you about this poem, and then you'll just learn that. I mean, let's not work hard, let's work smart, and you'll see that's the sum total of my notes, really. Okay, and yes, I may miss 1 or 2 things that you will pick up in class with your teacher, but flip, I'm pretty sure we're going to tease out and unpack most of what's in here. The title. So what is Examen Lokaal? It's die plek waar leerlinge eksamen skryf. It's the place. It's the venue, exam venue, okay, where they write exam. There's no or D. It doesn't say examenlokaal or die examenlokaal, okay. Is that meaningful? Well, maybe, maybe not. Okay, but they could ask something and you have to have an answer ready. So if there's no lit word there, or there's no what's it in English now? No, nothing before it. It's not an exam location or the exam location. It's just exam venue, exam location. Okay, it's universal. That normally means it's universal. So this is a poem that, I mean, anywhere around the world, if you walk into an exam venue, you're pretty much going to hear the same sounds. You're going to have the same atmosphere, same feel. Okay, so and everybody's going to be nervous. It's universal. Almal voel senuweeagtig wanneer hulle eksamen skryf. Everybody in the whole world will be nervous when they write an exam. I hate exams. I hated exams until my 6th year at university, when I wrote that last exam. I promised myself I'll never put myself through this again. I hate it. Okay, every single exam I wrote my whole life. So this is not about a specific person either. This is not about Suzanne Lang. Yes, she might put some of her personal experiences into the poem, but it's not about her. Okay, she says this is about everybody. It's this universal. Okay, so Haarskoene, they might ask you, wie is dit? Who is this? So this is die onderwyseres wat toesig hou oor die examen. Learn that vocab. It's the teacher doing invigilation during the exam. Okay, it's her, so it's a woman. Okay, nowadays we don't know. Okay, some people don't like certain pronouns, but let's not confuse things here. This is a woman. Okay, under normal circumstances. Okay, haar skoene klik hard. Klik is such a cool word. Klik is, there's 2 K's in there, which makes it a very hard sound with the in the middle and the L after the K. So it's a really good onomatopoeia or sound imitation of the hard. She's wearing heels, right? I don't think teachers do that anymore. They normally wear soft-soled shoes, not to bother people. I remember invigilating an exam and I've got a click in my one knee. So as I'm walking, my one knee clicks, and the one girl put up her hand and said, please, just stop walking. I can't handle the sound of your knee clicking. So you can't do this anymore. You can't wear high heels. But I mean, years ago, it was the normal thing. All right, teachers had to wear heels. So 'n klanknabootsing van die hakke op die harde houtvloer. Then line 1, 2, 3 is all in inyambement, so enjambment, inyamba. I must remember to spell this the Afrikaans way. Inyambament. Dit dui aan hoeveel tyd vloei. And how the teacher walks through the lines of desks. Okay, time's flowing, just like these lines are flowing quickly. They're short little lines, so the tempo is quick, just like the tempo of the exam is quick. Maybe it's one of those exams where you really have, like history, where you run out of time. Write 3 essays and then you get your 2 and the time's up. It sucks. Okay, and then I just said there's like a contrast. They might shoot for this kind of question. There's a contrast in the senses, die sintuie, very hard sounds of the heels on the hard wood. They use the intensive form of, and then very quiet, chip still. There's also a bit of personification here if you're really looking for it now. Yeah, it's a bit weak, but chip still banke, the dead quiet desks. Okay, they're saying the desks are dead quiet. We all know that they're referring to the students. Okay, it's not the desks. But yeah, I suppose it is personification. However, not extremely effective, I don't think. Okay, then I just used this word, klanksintuig. You might pick up that kind of vocabulary in the questions. Sintuig are the senses. So this poem really sort of emphasizes what the senses are taking away of in this exam locations. The klanksintuig is the sound. Again, it gets beklemd to and emphasized with the word kraak. I say that it's a bekende klank. It's a universal, common sound of papers cracking and paging and people writing and dropping pens and coughing, and that might have been quite cool if they put in like a sneeze or a cough in the poem. I mean, people are always coughing in a exam venue. Remember in COVID when we wrote exams, and if someone coughed, everybody looked at them. It was so, anyway, no, it's actually not funny. I don't want to go back to those times. But nou en dan kraak die blaai van 'n blad. They use the word blad, not bladsy. I don't know why. I don't think they'll ask it. I don't think there's a particularly good reason either, so don't stress. Die September examenlig, now that's one hell of a long word, but it is one word, the September exam air. It's all one thing, so it's one word in Afrikaans, right? I just said here, die woord skep die typische atmosfeer van examentyd. It creates the typical atmosphere of an exam time. Mens kan die spanning in die lug voel. You can feel that exam tension. It's one long word. Die examen voel lank and stressful. So it's a long word, just like the exam feels long and stressful, over 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever. And then they use a full stop after examenlig. Is that meaningful? Probably not. But if they ask a question on it, you've got to say something, and I would say something like this. The punt, it signifies, dit verteenwoordig of dit dui op die finaliteit van die examen, the finality of the exam. Exams are very final. Jy dryp of jy slaag, you pass or you fail. Niemand kan ons examen ontsnap nie. And you have to write exams, period. Nobody can escape exams in their lives. Unless there's a war or something, or a post-apocalyptic world. We all have to sit, I have kids, they have to sit through tests, and you can't help them. They sit there and they struggle and they panic, and they fail. Well, not Mila. Mila's amazing, but yeah, Quinn is not the most academic boy in the world, but shame, bless him. But you get the point. Then it talks there about hande bewe. Hands are shaking, or what? Quivering, maybe. What is this? Oh, it's the students. Obviously, okay, the students are under stress. En hulle bewe omdat hulle seun nie weer agter, learn that word. They are nervous, so they are shaking. Okay. Skoonvelle. They hand in white pieces of paper. This could mean two things. It's either the extra paper that they're handing in, or it means that they didn't write much. They're handing in blank pieces of paper. I know what that feels like. Okay, I did that. What's that special maths where you have to be a genius to do it? And in my second paper in matric, I think there was nothing. There was nothing to hand in. Okay, I didn't know anything. So I know that emptying feeling. Okay. The Witvelle, no, okay, so this is very ambitious, or very sort of, I'm just reaching here completely. So, or the issue, maybe just tongue-in-cheek, saying all these white skins here, all these white kids are not, are all failing. I think this poem may have been written in the apartheid times. Maybe there were only white students. Remember, apartheid days, white schools, black schools. Okay, we were separate. It's bizarre. It's absolutely a world that we have totally grown away from, thank goodness. Los 'n inkwarboel agter. These shaking hands leave behind a inkwarboel. Okay, this mess of ink. So it's got two meanings, right? And they might shoot for both. So die ink het oor die bladsy gesmeer. So it might refer quite literally to ink that was smudging over the page. Figuratively, of course, what they wrote was a mess. What the content, the information that they wrote was weak. It was chaotic, swak. You guys, English people, you guys use the word swak, but you don't use it correctly. you say swak when something's like, oh, that's bad. Oh, it's bad of you to say. Swak. No, it doesn't mean that. You've hijacked a word there. Anyway, that's fine. Alleenplasing. Okay, then this is very important. This line 8, it stands alone completely by itself there. So obviously, alleenplasing, typografische isolasie, they could use that. They're going to ask you about this, right? So you've got to have an answer ready for this such an obvious question, okay? Beklemtoon die eensaamheid. To me, okay, maybe, yeah. So it emphasizes the loneliness that you feel. You can't get help when you write an exam. You're by yourself. But more importantly, perhaps, it emphasizes the time that's running out. Because there it says the watch is counting off 2 hours. It's also a personification of the watch, because a clock or a watch can't count, okay? Only people can count. Animals can't count, eh? Only people can count. And that emphasizes the importance of time in the exam. Dit beklemtoon die belangrikheid van die tyd in die eksamen. Super important. They'll definitely ask that. Okay, then it says, say stap stadig. Say stap stadig, so it's flipping triple alliteration there, SSS. So, two things. It could, alliterasie dui dalk op die geluid van die bladsye wat oor mekaar skuur, the sound of the pages as she's collecting them. Where's my papers? As she's collecting them. That S sound, okay. Could be that, or ja, lei ook tot spanning, die leerlinge wil net klaar kry. So it also that SSS, stadig, she's slow, so it's frustrating the poem, okay, it's leading to tension, frustration. The students they just want to be relieved and say the exam's done, you can get up and you can take your bags and you can leave. Okay, they just want to get out of there. All right. Blauw op wit, that's the blue on the white, that's just a pen on the paper, quite literally. I don't see anything else there, any other hidden meanings there. But then here in lines 9 to 11, there is a quite an obvious metaphor of a farmer planting his crops and then harvesting it. So they related to this teacher she planted her knowledge, then the exams were written, and now she's harvesting the papers. Ah, that's such a cute metaphor. Yeah, look, as you can gather, I'm not too passionate about this poem. I think it's a bit boring, to be honest. No offense to anybody, it's just my opinion. So die oes in die ryp is 'n metafoor van 'n boer wat oes. There's the metaphor of a farmer that's harvesting. Here the teacher, onderwyser, she's harvesting the knowledge of the learners. And then they say here that she's harvesting the information from yesterday afternoon. So the implication is what? the students did not learn much or for long. They've only been studying since the previous afternoon. Eers die vorige middag begin leer, which I would say is it's pretty standard for Afrikaans students. You normally only study the night before. Yeah, you do. You only study the night before. And it ends with a full stop, right? The whole poem ends with a full stop. And does it mean anything? Probably not. I don't see any meaning. However, they might ask something. So it says, as die vraagstelle eers in is dit finaal. Once the papers are in, it's final, like the full stop. And it doesn't help stressing after that. Okay, it doesn't help. The worst thing you can do after an exam is go outside and ask your friends what they said for question 2, 3, 4, etc. Don't do that. You will stress yourself out of your mind. I never wrote what my friends wrote, ever. And it stressed me to death. Anyway, I'm sure you still do it. Okay. Then just a few notes. This is a free verse, so there's no structure whatsoever to this poem. There's nothing neat about it. No structure. En dit pas by die idee dat die leerlinge klaarblijkbaar nie veel geleerd nie. So there's no structure. So they might say, is it functional or does it contribute to the meaning of the poem? That would be a good question. You can say, yes, it does, because it fits in with this idea that the students evidently, klaarblijklik, learn that word, it's a nice word. Klaarblijklik, they didn't study much. Okay. It also fits in with that word warboel that they described, used to describe their writing. There was perhaps, I said, daar was nie struktuur aan hulle studierooster nie. Maybe there was no structure to their study timetable that they set up. They just said, oh, cool, it's lekker, exam time. I'm going to study one day before every exam. Also, there's no rhyme whatsoever. Is that functional? Perhaps, okay. Perhaps it fits with the idea, dit pas by die idea of met die idea van die spannende eksamen en die moontlike chaos in die studente se denke. There's no rhyme. Just like the students being chaotic in their thinking and not understanding the questions or so on. Okay. If they ask something about tydstuur, how long does this, over what kind of time period does this poem stretch? Well, it's about 2 hours, isn't it? Because they say the exam is 2 hours long. What's the theme of the poem? Well, the theme is the stress that students experience in an exam, especially when they don't prepare well. So that kind of thing. So this is not something to worry about. I think you can probably learn this in that, what's it now, 23 minutes. Done, okay? Don't spend too much time on this. Learn the vocab that you have to learn. And then please share this poem with your mates. And please share it on your WhatsApp status if you found this to be beneficial. And I promise the universe will do good things back to you. Alright, that's me over and out. Be safe and look after yourselves and make good decisions. Bye.